What up, what up? Here we go, here we go. We're back in a farm sim. We're back in Erlengrat. We're still on day one of this little series. I took a couple days off and took a little bit of a break. I've been playing a lot on my own. Also working on my own mod pack a little bit, making things a little bit better. But we're here, we're back, and we're going to keep going with our first day of Erlengrat. And maybe do some more missions, maybe build something, maybe finish mowing. What do we have? We are 4:32 in the afternoon. We have a couple sowing contracts we could do. We could do a fertilizing contract. Canola. Ooh. If we do, let's do those two contracts. Let's do this one, borrow the items for that one, and then accept the contracts for that one. We use the same contract for both. And let's head down to the store. So we're going to be using McCormick. And this, and we're going to need some seeds, right? Let's get some seeds. Seeds. Let's get 2, 3. Buy. Yes. Okay. And let's refill that seeder with those bags. And then we're going to head off and do those two contracts. Now, of course, if we don't use all the seeds, we can keep them. We're keeping them over there to the left for all of our extra stuff. Our seeder is now full. And where are we going for these contracts? 3 and 14. So where is that on the map? 3, I think, is the one we just plowed. And 14 we also just worked on. So let's head over to 3 and get this done. Now we are still on our first day, obviously, and we're trying to get up enough money to be able to at least build a house. We did this field right here, which is a plowing contract. That took forever. One of the reasons it took forever is that base game plow is just frustrating and hard to use. They do have a modded plow that I've downloaded and installed, and we'll be using that in the future. It's a little bit more economic. It's a straight plow instead of an angled plow, which I just find so much easier to use and so much easier to control. And when you're doing things fast and you're doing things outside of, I guess, if you're going to be modding the game a little bit, might as well make it fun to play. And those base game plows are just not fun. So what are we doing? Field 3, which is this big field here, but we're going to be getting paid an arm and a leg for it. So let's go ahead and let's unfold our seeder. We're going to be doing this field here. Let's turn on our thing. Let's turn this off. Detect width. Let's scroll down and look at the width. We are 6 wide. A little bit of a negative offset. Back. Nope. Almost. Almost there. A little bit more. There we go. And then what are we supposed to be seeding this thing with? So field 3, we're sealing with canola. So barley, oat, canola. And then we're going to turn our seeder on, override our speed limit, and good to go. Wait, did we lower the seeder? We didn't. How silly. Let's zoom out. See if we how much of a straight line can we back up in. It usually goes a little bit off kilter right towards the end. Like it'll back up for about 5-10 feet straight, but past that, no. There we go. Lower our seeder. Commit to our line. And we're good to go. Now, normally this is to go at about 10-12 miles an hour. Let's see what it is without the speed limit on here. It goes at 15. And since we have our little mod on for the real speed limit, looks like we're going about 24, 25. Almost double the speed. So even though this is a big field, it should take a little bit less time. And so that I'm not doing all kinds of crazy looping, I'm going to space out my lines a little bit. And make my way... Why did I damage that guy's field? Huh, is crop destruction turned on? Oops. Crop destruction is off. That's very strange that it destroyed that guy's field. It shouldn't do that. Alright. Well, you know what? I think this is because this has a... I actually don't know why that happened. Because it does have a cultivator and a seeder. But it shouldn't have destroyed that guy's field. I guess I'll have to be very careful about that. Which means when we turn around, we're going to have to make a headland. Just make things a little bit easier. This end we can use the road, but that end we don't have any space. That is the one thing about the Erlengrat map that I've noticed that's definitely different from the other two maps, is there really isn't very much headland space. Like the maps just don't have headland space very much built in, which is good and bad. I personally like it. I think that having the fields tighter together feels a little bit more realistic and a better use of the land. But it does make the gameplay a little bit tricky. So we are just gonna quickly, without messing with the settings, run a quick, maybe 2-row headland to give me some turning space. That sounds about right. It doesn't have to be perfect, we're just giving it some space to turn around. I do like this tractor. Better than some of the other starting introductory tractors. This is a medium tractor, I think. It's a McCormick T7. Or McCormick something. I do wish, the one thing that I think is missing from the game, which I think should be there, is, and I do have a plugin that kind of does this, or a mod that kind of does this, but it doesn't do everything that I want it to do. I wish there was somewhere on the screen that gave me info, all the info about my current vehicle. Right? If my current vehicle is tractor X with trailer Y, and trailer Y has how much in it, I see at the bottom of the screen there how much I have in my trailer, right? So right now I've got 1470 liters of seed, currently doing canola. That's working as expected. But what kind of seeder is this? I don't know. I don't. There's nothing that tells me what the seeder is. I mean, I can zoom in, and it's the Terracene C6 fertilizer. But I'd rather a text on the screen that told me what it is. I'd rather text on the screen that told me which tractor I have, and not only that, which configuration of said tractor I have, because these tractors have lots of configuration. Does this tractor have, you know, the thin wheels, or are the wheels that are, the tires that are on it currently safe for crop destruction? Yes or no? Which engine does it have? I don't know those things. I'm not smart enough in this game to know those things. I haven't been playing it long enough to know those things just by looking at it. But even something like, you know, this tractor has a horsepower selection. Okay, well, which one did I choose? This is a contract, I don't know. It's a bummer, I think it should be there. It is getting late in the day. We're in August. We're going to slow time down just a little bit so I can make sure I finish this contract in the daylight. And then the other seeding contract, I don't know if I'm going to get to. Huh. I didn't think of that. I wish I had. But this shouldn't take me more than 10, 15 minutes to do, right? I'm already a third done. If anybody watching is wondering what those lines are, that is the vehicle control add-on. I only use the vehicle control add-on for contracts, just because, especially when you're leasing a vehicle, if you don't know that vehicle, you haven't purchased it, you haven't set up the vehicle, and I always like there to be some kind of GPS. Now on my own vehicles, when I get them, I will be installing GPS. And when I install that GPS, I'll be using that whenever I'm using those vehicles. But this one just gives me something to use that's temporary while I'm leasing a vehicle. Letting me essentially play the game the way I want, regardless of whether it's my tractor or another tractor. Now the GPS, the guidance steering mod, which is the one I'm using for GPS, it does allow you to use it on any vehicle, but you have to install it. You have to pay to get it installed. And being this is a contract, that's the one thing I wish they'd add to that mod, is the ability to be able to add GPS to a contracted vehicle. Like by default, I want to spend an extra $500 to enable GPS. Or if I go to the store icon, like the customize icon, with a leased vehicle, can I add for, let's say, $500 versus the normal $15,000? Can I add temporary GPS for the time of the lease? To me, that seems realistic. If I'm borrowing a vehicle, I'd like that vehicle to have GPS, but if I add it as an addition to the vehicle while I have it leased, I think I'd still have to pay the $15,000, but I wouldn't get that money back when I return it. So you're paying $15,000 when you're already only paying, like, you know, $800-900 for all of the equipment in the contract. Like, why would you pay $15,000 just to get GPS? Then you're losing money every time. But if it was only like $500 on a leased vehicle, I would be down with that. I think that would be pretty cool. And that's something definitely to. I should mention that to the developers of the mod. And yes, I know I should be picking up, lifting the on the ends. I'm just gonna get used to that. Let me try it here. See if I can remember. I always forget to bring it up and bring it down. Or, rather, if I bring it up, I forget to bring it down. It does travel faster on the when I loop around to the next row if I don't have the seeder down. That's for sure. Because it's cultivating and seeding both at the same time. I don't know why they'd use this equipment if I've already cultivated. That would seem like an addition to the game that would be logical. Is if you're in a contract, there's some complexity here that I don't think the missions take into account. Like, why are there no rock picking missions? Don't get me wrong, rock picking is hecka boring, but it's just as boring as plowing. Why wouldn't you want to have a mission that cleans up the fields and gives the best results to the field, right? Like, that seems logical. But there's no rock picking. And something like this where I'm using the equipment from one contract for another contract, I know that. But I wonder if it's smart enough to be able to use a cultivator and seeder on a field that's just been plowed. Like, is it smart enough to do that? Or not? I don't know. Is the logic of the game smart enough for that? I just don't know. And not only that, if I'm cultivating and seeding, right? And this equipment also has a fertilizer, why does the contract not also tell me to use fertilizer? Because the contract didn't tell me to use fertilizer, I'm not. Because it didn't tell me to. Because then I have to buy it. But as a point of understanding, why not? Right? If you're going to give me the equipment, it's both a seeder and a fertilizer, do I use both? Why wouldn't I use both? I have had missions in my normal gameplay where like I'm playing in the Hoberon map. Did I say that right? Not very good at backing up. I'm playing in the Hoberon map, and I have had missions where it tells you use one of these machines, and then the next day it tells me to fertilize. Like, why didn't you just tell me to fertilize in the first place? If you have a dual purpose machine and you're using that machine for a contract, why have two missions? Why not have one and have a bonus? Because you're doing two jobs at once. That seems smart to me. But I haven't seen that happen in the game. I think it'd be cool. Don't you? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn this game audio down just a scotch. It's a little bit loud. I had to actually switch out of the app, out of the game to do that. I'm sure I could turn it down in the volume settings for the game, but that would mess up all the other settings too. The cultivated texture and the seeding texture are so close that makes it like hard to tell which one's which, especially when it's getting dark. But this tractor's got a lot of really good lights. No, I already did that one. So I think these two contracts are going to be all I'm going to get done today before nightfall, and then I'll have to do my own stuff. Now I think once we get past this first year where we're just doing lots of contracts for the most part, that we're probably going to do 2-day months. And I think what I'm going to do with a 2-day month is use the first day of that 2-day month for contract work, because we're going to need the contract work until we have our own money to start building up enough money to buy our equipment. But then use the second day to do our own stuff, our own farm stuff. Because I mean, as in this playthrough, we've done essentially all contracts this first day. But to be fair, we have a bit of equipment that we've purchased. Mostly grass care equipment, but that's a good start. I'd eventually like to have, you know, my own seeder like this, so that for some of these contracts we don't have to borrow. But I don't mind borrowing, because then I don't have to worry about the maintenance. So, is that down? No, it's not. Look at all those tires. It's doing cultivating, almost doing a rolling. And then seeding. Yet, I'd bet money that it's not getting credit for the rolling. Or the cultivating, for that matter. Let's look. Composition. Where are we? So it was cultivated. Doesn't say rolled. It needs rolling. Yeah, it all needs rolling. But I'm not rolling it. It needs lime too. Like, why doesn't the AI of the game try to give the best harvest? It seems like a miss on my part. Or maybe game setting. You know, have a setting somewhere in this options menu for complex missions versus simplified missions. Maybe these missions initially are the simplified version, where all you're doing is plowing, right, which is what the missions are now. Plowing, cultivating, seeding, herbicide, harvest, repeat. Fertilize and then harvest. Did I say fertilize? But there's other steps, like rolling. Actually, no, I don't have a row to go back to. Let's go this way. Let's go to the last row. Thank you, Mr. Driver. Well, I haven't seen cars on the road in a while. I turned cars off in my other gameplay because I got tired of them rear-ending me or sideswiping me when I'm trying to drive around the map in a tractor. I feel bad about that cornfield. Over the holiday break, I had some time off from school. I'm sorry, from work. And since I do software development during my free time, I fell quickly into the mod community here and being able to create mods for the game. And I've actually started like working on my own mods and you know, just very simple so far. Customized a bunch of vehicles and basically giving me control over the look of the game a little bit. But, you know, being able to, like this McCormick tractor, when you go to the store, there's only two options for the tractor. It's either red or a different red. And like, okay, well that's cool. That's McCormick colors, whoops. But I don't want a red tractor. Personally, I like the black tractors. And so, but this one didn't have black, so what if I created a mod that just gives me another version of this tractor? It doesn't change anything else, except allow me to customize the colors. So I can customize the red and make it black. I can customize the rims, make them any color I want. And that's what I've been doing. So you'll see as I play through this game using the Gaming Joy mod pack, which is basically my own set of mods where I've customized almost always just the colors for vehicles where I deemed appropriate. And I've also been working on updating some other mods, other people's mods, to make them more logical. Like there's one that's a pretty cool mod, but it's, for some reason, the person who created the mod made the price 0. Like, if I want to be buying a cool, really super cool trailer that has a lot of capacity and has windrowers, like, yeah, I want to pay for it. I don't want to, like, you know, be able to use that in game but never pay for buying it. Like, it shouldn't be free. That's not fun. I mean, that's fun to play with, but it's also, it takes away from the gameplay aspect. That is an emergency. I will be right back. Should have paused the game. Time's running away. It's already 7:14. I still have one more contract to do. Good one. Good one. You know what? I just realized that my face is... No, not that. My face is over where it says what kind of machine it is. That looks good. There we go. Hey, look at that. Is that good? Nice. All right. Now, we need to book it, even though we finished this contract a while ago. And yes, I did see me finishing the contract. Book it to the other field. Where's the other field? 14. I don't remember. Do you remember 14's a big field or a small field? Where is the... Oh, thanks for opening up right when I needed you. Here's the bridge over the river. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I play, you'll see me kind of moving a little weird sometimes with my controls, and that's because I play with a keyboard. So I have a gamepad. I don't use it very often. Oh, 14's gigantic. I'm going to be plowing into the night. So this is 14. Ugh. Didn't I harvest this field? I did harvest this field. I started off this episode by harvesting this field. Oh. But I did that with a 24-meter harvester. This is a 6-meter seeder. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Okay. Let's look at our contract. And I'm not going to return this one because I don't remember which one I actually got it for. If you see 14 with... Okay. Also with canola. I do need canola. I have 51%. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay. Let's get her done. I bet I'm going to have to get more seed. Oh, wait. I did it again. Stay straight. Stay straight. Alright, fine. I forgot to turn the seeder on. This is the way I like to do the fields, actually, anyways, where the direction that I'm going is the opposite direction that there was... that whoever did the cultivating. So you see the lines better. See how you can really see, like, cultivation goes left to right. I'm going front top to bottom. Makes it much easier to see and play. Now, do I have forks on my machine? I don't think I do. So we do the same thing. We're going to go a couple lines down. Hey, Control, what's going on? Yeah, I always go the long way, every time. This whole, like, line to line, turning around just that little bit, drive me nuts. I don't know why the AI likes it the other way, though. I don't know if I'm going to have enough... Let's look at it. What was it? This one was... Oh, it doesn't tell me how much. This one, reimbursed lease cost, so I leased with that one. I can't return that. Oh. My holidays were good, actually. We didn't do much. We hung out and did nothing. But it was a good nothing because... no stress. I'm going to do a headland here because there's not enough room to turn around. And I actually ended up doing a lot of this, of all things. I didn't do anything. I haven't played any other games other than this, but I was able to play and get kind of my bearings on this game and be able to play and get used to it and had a lot of fun with it. I was playing most of my vacation, which was nice. It was nice to not have to like fit it in with work, you know. Like right now I'm coming off of a work day and kind of relaxing by doing this, but during the break I just played all day every day outside of, you know, family time and whatnot. But it was good. I got to learn a bunch of stuff. I got into modding a little bit, at least to a point of making my own customizations so that stuff works the way I want it to. Which kind of actually enabled this playthrough. So this playthrough is on Erlengrat. I haven't played Erlengrat yet. And so this is my first time playing Erlengrat. Oh, a little bit off. And I created a mod pack for myself, as silly as that sounds, that makes a few changes to the base game to make the game more fun for streaming, if that makes any sense. Mainly because if you're streaming like this, right? If I'm just harvesting like this, normal speed on... Like, normal speed for this is like 15 miles an hour, so I can go 26, 27, because I'm using the real speed mod, right? On a stream, like, watching someone harvest a field at 6 miles an hour is, like, mind-numbing. Right? That's why Let's Plays are good, because when they're doing something that takes a lot of effort, or takes a lot of time, where you're just going back and forth, you do it at... You know, you can just time lapse it and have it go fast. So I figured for streaming, you gotta have stuff like the real speed mod to even make it worthwhile. What else did I mod? I have my own mod pack of vehicles that are not really doing anything other than... They're doing two things. One, I like the black tractors, right? And not all of the tractors can be black. But I've changed them so that they're all black. Or at least they can all be customized any way I want. So like the default low-end New Holland combine harvester, now has an option to be completely like a Blackout version of it. Just because that's the way I wanted to play. And then also the other thing for streaming, the thing that I think makes the base game just frustratingly hard is how fast combines and trailers fill up. And so you end up spending your entire game just driving back and forth, loading and unloading, loading and unloading. And I think that's not fun. So I've updated the fill volume for my equipment that I'll buy. I updated the fill volume to be like 10x it whatever it was, just so that you can harvest a field, dump it, sell it once, and move on, right? It's not like I'm taking a field like this size and that, like when I actually harvested this one with the game, I had 5 loads. Right? It just takes forever, and on a stream, it takes even more. So that's not really fun to watch. But it is kind of fun to watch someone harvesting at 26 miles an hour. Now that's fun. That's like zoom, zoom, zoom. Like you're almost watching a time lapse in real time. And from my perspective, that kind of makes a stream for this game more viable to watch. If that makes any sense. And I know you were here the first couple times I played. Whoops. I'm getting lost in the trees. You were here the first couple times that I played. I played on Elm Creek, and then I played in the French map. I'm not going to try to say it. And I've continued the gameplay in the French map. I'm 2 or 3 years in. Yeah. You always try to try the biggest trucks possible. But for me, I'd rather pick the truck that I like and just make it bigger. Right? Because you can't, in the base game, when you first start out and you're first by your first combines, your first trailers, they're always like 8,000 liters. And that's just takes forever to do something. Why not have it be 80,000 liters? Nice. It's actually really easy. Like even the color configuration, if you're on PC, now that granted I'm on PC, creating a modded version of a base game vehicle is really, really easy. Because it's just XML. And if you don't know what XML is very much like just HTML, extensible markup language is what it lands on. And all you're doing is editing a number somewhere. There's a number somewhere in the XML for, let's say, the one I did. Here, let's go here. Look at the store. You can look at the mod pack. So this is my base pack. And like this one, the Brantner power tube. It's a big trailer, right? But I made it so you can color with all the colors, right? And I set up the value so instead of being 36 meters, it's 336 square meters. I had to change that to liters. Is that a setting? I'm so tired of seeing square meters cubed. I want to see liters. On my next pass, I'm going to change it to liters. Yeah, I'll show you more. Hold on. Let me get myself going in a straight line. Here we go. So my base pack is all the base equipment. So actually, let's change that setting. I'm pretty sure that's a setting. Where are we? Here. Bye. No. Kilometers, hectares, user, temperature, area unit. Where's the unit for volume? There's no unit for volume. I want to see liters, not meters cubed. And so then what you do is you create a mod pack is essentially just an index file that says, hey, load these modified versions of the base game equipment, right? So we'll go look at the mod pack. So I've modified all of these base game equipment. And for a lot of them, like this is just a roller. Big deal. I gave it a different name. I added a plus at the end. And then I made it so that you can pick any color. It's not just the blue that comes with it. It's any color you want. I can make it orange if I want. Done. Right? That's the only thing I changed. So a lot of this stuff, like this is the end game-ish cultivator. And now I can choose all the colors, where in the base game, you can't choose any of them. And then for the trailers, I just changed the volume. Like this one, I changed the volume. So it's just more. And then the other one that I did was that the electric tractor. the electric tractor, it's a cool idea, right? An electric tractor makes a lot of sense, especially for like harvesting or doing grapes, or right, you don't want to have diesel fuel in your field, right? So the base electric tractor is this one, and the default version of it, obviously you can't customize, I've changed that, but the default version of it is only 68 horsepower or 50 kilowatts. So I made a 90 kilowatt version. It's the same. I didn't change anything other than add a configuration for a different engine setup. That's it. But I customized the values so that it's a little bit zippier, has more power, has the same battery pack, it just has better motors, which is totally like real life logical, right? If you have an electric vehicle, you could have like your standard motors, or you could have the turbocharged motors, or like, you know, it's the difference between having a Model 3 or a Model S, right? That makes sense to me. And all that was, I mean, that one took me a while to do, but it was just a matter of editing the XML file, adding in the configurations that I wanted, saving it, and telling the game to load that as a different vehicle. Right? Pretty cool. And I think the mods worked for FS... You were saying you played FS19, right? They work the same way. And then the other thing I did was create a mod pack. This mod pack, which is other people's mods that I've modified to change how they work. Like the windrow, like this one, the Rapid 580V, is normally not all the items. It's only like these ones right here. I changed it to work for everything. Why not? What? Wait, you... Okay, so passed out, like... You mean like you fell asleep in real life and in-game you died? And you forgot to hit the pause button? Or go into your pause menu? Ouch. I've definitely, like, alt-tabbed away from the game multiple times and come back to find myself dead. I've definitely done that. Ouch. I hope you weren't on permadeath. I mean, passing out while playing permadeath, I think that's... that's a bigger question. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never had that happen. When you die a second time, it raises your older, like your bucket of items, essentially. Oh, that stinks. Were you playing on one of the expeditions or something like that? Yeah, my main save started as an Expedition 4 save too. How'd you like, did you go back and play the other expeditions? Did you enjoy them? I know I went back and played Expedition 1 and Expedition 2, and I really, really enjoyed them. It was really super fun. But I decided not to go back and play Expedition 3 again, because that's the one I started on. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about which one I like the best. I don't know. I kind of like the first one. I mean... No, don't know. You know what? I think I still like... Even though it was tough, I still like the third one the best. And the reason being is... I think I've mentioned this before, is the part of the game that I really enjoy is the exploration, the on-foot exploration, and Expedition 3 had much more of the on-foot exploration than the other ones did. Expedition 1 and 2 and 4 were very much, okay, here's your ship, go out and see the galaxy, which is great, don't get me wrong, that's totally fine. But I think I've figured out better how to survive in any environment during Expedition 3. Just because you spend so much time in that hazardous environment. And a lot of the achievements that you get are all about doing things in that environment which are hard to do, you know. Collecting storm crystals, or, you know, digging underground, or, you know, whatever those other things were. God, I can't see anything. Note to self. Don't accept contracts that you can't finish before it gets dark. I just came on today, I was like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, it's like, it was like, what, 4 o'clock in the game? Yeah, I can do 2 contracts before. Sure. Yeah, that didn't work out so well for me. If the contract tractor didn't have such good lights, I wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, how far did you get in the settlements? I got to the point where my settlement finally got up to S class, and then honestly I took a break from settlement stuff because that's when the new expedition, whatever it's called, revamp, something. Whatever you go ahead and replay the first expedition was. Oh, cool. Yeah, you end up building like a lot of the same building over and over. But I think the hard part for me was the settlement decisions. I keep getting them wrong. Like, I decide one way towards, you know, one person or the other, and sometimes I get the decision right, and sometimes I get it wrong, and then when I get it wrong, I get a negative effect. And that was annoying. And I think to get it to S class, you have to, like, have no negative effects, I think. Oh, really? Is it like a there is no right answer kind of thing? Oh, I didn't know that. Uh-oh, I'm almost out of seed. And I'm not going to be able to finish this field, I don't think. Let's look at the contract. I'm 86% done. It's not going to last. Oh, the unknown outcome ones? Okay. can't tell. This one. Come on, let me get to the end of the field. 25 liters, 24, 23. It's not gonna make it, is it? No, it's not. I do like this map. I think this map was from FS19, right? The Erlengrat map. I do like how it's kind of like a valley. Yep. Alright. Gotta get more seeds. Like a flat valley with high sides to it. It's not a square map. I like that. And it's not a square map for a reason. Like, you have a reason for it not being a square map. Because you're in this weird valley. Like that. I have a silly goal for this. I just want to get to a point where I can get the big mower. I like the big mower. Refill. Am I not close enough? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nice. I've never seen that animation before. Tool. I'll just get it all. Whatever. Whoops. Wrong button. Yeah, the big mower, like the... What's it called? The M450? I think I have a mod for that one, too. I'm gonna put that into my pack of mowers, or my pack of mods. Update the customizations. Better colors. It's actually really tricky, like, when you get into the XML, like, trying to figure out what values to change. It's very much a trial and error. Nope. Forgot to turn it on again. I would be a horrible farmer. Oh, there we go. That was a little bit that I didn't get done last time. $7.43. So I don't even have somewhere to sleep yet. Because I'm playing from like the start from scratch mode. So you don't even have like a house. I think I'm just going to fast forward time till the morning. Save the money from buying a house so that I can use it for whatever. I'll buy a house eventually. Or instead of getting a house, I'm going to get like, I think they have a mobile home. I think that in this one there's a mobile home version. I saw in the old one, I saw someone playing FS19, and they have like they had a mobile home one, but they also had a tent. The tent looked really cool. You see a lot of people doing like, what do they call it? Role-playing? Oh, the only reason for a house in this game is to have a point in the game where you can sleep. So, like, construction, farmhouses. So you have, this is the Erlengrat farmhouse, which is 350. You have this, oh, that's a cool one. I might use that one. I think that one's like a shed and a garage. I mean, a garage and a point to sleep. Yeah, just to go to the next day. That's the only reason it's there. It gives you a point to go to... No, it doesn't even save. It just goes to the next day. But you can fast forward time. It's the whole, like, I'm going to sleep. Right? Like, that part. I don't think I have enough for that. Yeah. I was thinking of doing that tonight. So I'm not placing the house in the dark. But there's one house there. We'll go do that one right now. So, we're done with the contract. Completed. Alright. What? Are they? Now you make me wonder. I've never seen the graphics at night. Because I always sleep. Ah! Go away, console. Graphics at night are amazing. Well, let's check it out. You can see my reaction when I see them. I mean, if I zoom in, all the lights around the machinery is really cool. Like, all of that's super awesome. But I'm still at dusk, right? It's like, what, 7:47 in game? Here, I'm done with the contract. Let's put it back to 2x speed. I don't believe in rotaries. Oh, cool. The buildings light up too? Oh, awesome. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go over here. What do we do? Whoop, whoop. Cars. That's what I get for driving over a hedge. Messing with my steering. Back up, back up, back up. Show this. Let's unload. Good. Throw some seeds at the bushes. That's exactly what I needed. And we're going to come here. We're nice. We're going to return it to the right place. Collect, collect. Back. That's pretty cool. Whoa. What is that over there? Is this a building I can... Oh, what is this? I only saw it because of the... What is this? Is it a building you can buy? Buy production point. R. The chocolatier. No, I'm not going to buy the chocolatier. Alright, well, that's where the chocolatier is. I've never walked around. I'm always in a vehicle. Is there a flashlight? Oh, there is. Oh, look, a park. I wonder where the collectibles are. Oh, wait. I wonder where the collectibles are. I think I just found one. Yeah, I did. I just found a collectible. Sweet. I just found a collectible for $10,000. Like, I know that they're here. I don't know where they are. I was just thinking, like, huh, I wonder if that place that I was at was a place for a collectible. I saw someone find one on a bench once. So I've been looking at all the benches. Oh, here it is. This is the one on the bench. Look at me, randomly finding 2 collectibles. Come on, pick it up. Collect. 10 more. Oh, it was saying, I think there was like an audio there for the train station. That's cool. Where's my house? My house over here. Now I'm looking for collectibles. Would there be a piece of cheese in this person's house? Owned by Sandra Steiner. Somebody. This is a lumber yard. So it shows up as a yellow piece of cheese, huh? Very cool. What's this? Open help menu. This is trees. Oh, cool. I can't wait to use one of those tree machines. It's for wood chips, I think. This is my street. This is my place with the bales I still haven't picked up. I think I'll pick those up tomorrow. I did get the bale loader, so I have this little John Deere tractor. I got that. I got all this, almost all this stuff on sale. This was on sale. This was on sale. This was not on sale. Bale wrapper. The mower was not on sale. This was. This was like $50K for a John Deere 6M. And then this was full price. Because I always like to have that. Alright, so let's... hold on. Let's go here. Save. And then turn off autosave. Off. Okay. Because I want to place... We're going to build a house. This one says farmhouses, but this one says, if you look, it looks like a barn and a house. Like this little house off to the side. But I don't know if it's a sleep point. And if it's not a sleep point, then I don't want it. Where do I want this? I want the big garage over there. I want to do a big garage along this back wall. What if I do this here? Over... Oh, there's a road. I can't block the road. Does that look right? There's no lights, so I can't see if it's straight. It'll annoy me if it's not straight. What other object? There's no other object. No. Fine. Do it the way the game wants me to do it. This is where the house is normally, I think. Right here in this corner. Sorry. It's gotta be straight or I'll go crazy. What do you mean overlaps with another object? Okay, now it's straight. Let's line it up right here. Where's the grass? There it is, right there. How far back can I put it? Nope. Right there. 32,000. Now the question is, did this give me a sleep trigger? Because if it didn't, I'm gonna have to reload my save. Okay. No. This gave me a garage. But no sleep trigger. I like the garage, though. Alright, we're gonna buy both. Why not? I can do more contracts. Right? Here we go. We're gonna just nestle this up right up here next to that glowy thing. Done. Please tell me that was straight. Close enough. Alright, spend all my money. But I have a pretty cool garage. I have a mobile home up on stilts. And I can sleep. There we go. I did it. Got to the end of the first night. Sleep. Yay! Loan interest. I have a loan? I didn't know I had a loan. Gosh, I have a loan. I think you start off with a loan, don't you? Yeah, 200K. That's how I bought the vehicles. Contracts. Whole ton of contracts. I'm going to be busy. But I have a barn. How do I do with the alignment? Look at that. That's pretty straight. I think I did good. That's pretty straight too. In the dark, I still aligned it perfectly. Magic. Alright. Time to go pick up some bales. Oh, wrap the bales first. Let's go wrap some bales. Unfold bale wrapper. I love the animations for the bale wrappers. I think it's the coolest animation, one of the cooler animations in the game. I don't know why, I just do. Pick it up. Come on. So annoying. Come on. It's like the world's worst bale wrapper. I usually do the one that has like the one that wraps it while it's making it. And I'll do that one again when I get to that point in the game. Or when I get to the money to have it, but obviously right now I don't have the money. Alright. Where is... There we go. I know, it's got to be lined up perfect. It's got to be annoyingly perfect. At least I'm used to the loading trailer. That one doesn't have to be lined up as perfect. I'm used to using that one. Oh, really? Yeah, I think, well, I mean, I just got this for now because it's the easiest and quickest and simplest, cheapest at the beginning. I don't want to use those little teeny tiny bales. Those are annoying. But I'm probably going to go with the square bales. Just because we're on hills and these things roll away. And I've never done square bales before, so that'll be something fun. See, look, that one's already rolling away. I'll probably end up in the street if I don't stop it. Stop. Here we go. See, this little tractor is a pretty good, like, totally a pretty good starting tractor. I've never used it before. And it bothers me that it's green, but yeah, it is John Deere. I was thinking, now that I know how to do the mod packs, I was thinking of making a John Deere Blackout pack, which is just all of the John Deere tractors, but giving all of them the color option to be able to be something other than John Deere green. And still keep the yellow, like the yellow little indicators and stuff like that, like little John Deere hat thing, but to be able to have black rims and black paint. And then because it's a black, and I would just call them the you know, whatever black edition. Right, that's my idea. And then because, like, you know, you have a car that's a black edition, right? Like AMG has, like, you get the Mercedes AMG black, right? And the black edition is almost always a black car. Sometimes it's other colors. But it's always like a souped up version of the regular car. And so I'm going to make a mod pack that has John Deere black and makes them all black cars. But also soups up the tractors just a little bit to make it a black edition. So, you know, ups the horsepower or ups the torque a little bit, like a little bit more torquey, a little bit more responsive, tiny bit more horsepower, And then also, you know, not just a straight up mod where it just changes the colors. I'd actually change the price and make the black edition just a little bit more expensive. You know, 10% more than the original one. So you're paying something for the black edition. But you're getting more than just colors. You're getting all the stuff. That's the idea. Whoa. This version of the game uses a ton of fuel. Whoops. Like, it really uses a lot of fuel. I mean, I'm playing on hard mode, so... whatever. I don't like parking trailers. I like moving trailers. I'm just gonna put this right here. Whoa. Glitchy much? Yeah, well, you know, I'm... Whoops, that's not what I wanted. In this, I have... In my main save, I've refueled a bunch of my tractors. And I'm just using normal fuel. I'm not using any weird settings. I think I'm in like a normal gameplay mode. But I have refueled. But that's what I heard about FS17 is like, you just never refuel. That's weird. The arm is glitching into the ground. I've never seen that happen before. This is a new thing for me, the hilly landscapes, because I've been playing on a relatively flat map. So I was watching someone else, like another live stream that they were doing, like a community server with a new map that's like set in like Michigan or North Dakota or something like that, and it's an 8x map. So instead of 2 miles per, like 2 miles squared, it's 16 miles squared. So 16 miles on each side. Or no, 4 miles on each side, 16 square miles. So the map is just gigantic. But the only reason to play it would be to be on a multiplayer server and doing it as like a community thing. Because, like, just to, like... when they released it, they had, you know, they were harvesting like a wheat field, like your first wheat field that you harvest. But they were harvesting it with like 6 full-size tractors and like 10 people playing just to harvest a single field. Because it just needed to be that big, and you had a bunch of people driving the harvesters, you had a bunch of people driving you know, tractors with, or like big rigs with big huge trailers. But it was really cool to see like 6 harvesters like going in like a staggered line, all harvesting the same field. It was really cool to see. Alright, here we go. We got our first load of something that we're selling for ourselves. Since this isn't full yet, I'm just going to drop this off right here. And we're not going to do more mowing until we get the other attachment. What land do I own? Let's look. What do I own? I own all of this. 285. That's the next one I want to buy. What should we do? I probably got another 30, 40 minutes to play. Should I do another contract or should I do some mowing? What do you want to see? Control, you decide. Mowing or contracts? We can see more of the map or we can try to mow some of these hills. Alright, let's see. Ew. I don't like that view. Contracts. Sowing. Harvesting. Ooh, the harvesting ones are fun. Potatoes. No, that's not fun. Sorghum. It's a John Deere harvester. We could do that. I can show you what the harvesting looked like at high speed. That one will go 30 or 40 kilometers an hour when it's harvesting. Yeah, I get to keep the extras. And I have a mod on so that I get, if there's straw created, I get to keep it. So let's do that. Let's do this. Borrow items, because I don't have a harvester yet. Let's do that. Ooh, that's pretty nice. And another John Deere tractor. And... oh wait, which field are we doing? I probably should have looked. 10. Where's field 10? Now let's get the trailer hooked up. And then let's decide whether or not to use the header thing. Or can we just travel across fields? Map. We're going to field 10. From where I am, I'm going to avoid the header trailer. We're just going to... run over cars. And hopefully not hit too much stuff. Do I wait for the pedestrian or do I run him over? Dude. Dude, I'm gonna run you over. Better hurry up. At some point I'm gonna have to buy this field and make a road across this field because I keep driving across the field. Every single time. So I'm going to have to split these fields into 2 fields or buy all 3 fields and change it to be 2, but so that there can be a road between them. Just to make my life easier. Oh, car. Driving down the road in my harvester. What am I harvesting? Sorghum. Oh, no straw. Boo-hoo. Yeah, it does. No, I just accepted it without looking. That's all. Here we are, field 10. Nice weird triangle. Unfold. Oh, while we're doing that, you come meet me right here. I did unfold it. Oh, did I? Oh, I switched views before it finished the animation. That's what happened. There we go. So suggested working speed is 10 miles an hour, 10 kilometers an hour. Oh. And sorghum doesn't have a straw sheath, so I can't do that. Here we go. The steering gets a little shaky a bit above 30 miles an hour for certain harvesters, especially the early game ones. There we go. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm not lifting up. And to think this would normally go 10 miles an hour or 10 kilometers an hour, and we're doing it at 30. Which means that I'll finish the contractor there. Oh, we were talking about modding. So the other thing that I modded is I changed the number of contracts that'll show up and how often you get calculated for contracts. And I also changed the rates for some of them just slightly to make it more worthwhile. Like, I've heard a lot of people play the base game, like, they only want to do fertilizing contracts because they're the only ones that pay a good amount for your time. But, like, a baling contract, like, for grass, like, they pay you the same as fertilizing, but it takes 3 times as long because you have to mow it, and you have to bale it, and you have to wrap it, and then you have to pick it up, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, so the amount they're paying you for the contract just doesn't make sense, I don't think, from a gameplay perspective. So my mod pack has a few lines of code in it that change those values in the base game. So I get more contracts, and those contracts are more valuable to me, which makes streaming a little bit better because I'll make more money faster and not super slow and take forever, and it'll just make it a lot better. And then here's one setting I just changed on my other game. I've changed on this one too. So this, and then automatic engine start off. This way I can turn the engine on and get out, and it'll still keep working. Look at the sorghum like flowing in the wind. Even from a view up top, you can kind of see like the wind rippling through it. That's such a cool animation. That's awesome. And this trailer is 44% full, so I'm going to be able to do it twice. That's fun. So because we're using the base game trailers and not my modded trailer, we're going to have to do lots and lots of trips. So maybe that's the first thing we save up for. Once we do a couple contracts, we save up and get this modded trailer right here. We'll get this one and not have to do all the multiple trips. That's what I'll do. But see how the harvesting, like, because I'm doing it so much faster, it doesn't make it as, like, I don't know, not really unbearable, but frustrating to watch when you're watching someone streaming, I guess. But from your perspective, you're just like, oh wow, he's going really fast. And all the mod does is take away the speed limit caps. So wherever the game adds a speed limit cap for something, it just takes it away. But it's per vehicle, so you have to turn it on and off for each vehicle. Which makes sense. I think I'll have to do 2 trips for this field. Shouldn't be more than that. The downside of that setting I just changed is, in this gameplay mode, it means that I'm leaving the engines running. Which means that they're going to use more fuel faster. Which means I'm going to have to refuel more often, I think. Where am I taking this? Where am I taking it? I'm taking it to the supermarket. Why the supermarket wants sorghum directly without it processing into something else doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Max, not happening. I think that's this. No, I'm not going to go by weight. I'm going to go by volume. It's a crappy enough setting as it is. There we go. Fill up the trailer on the next pass and then let a worker do the rest of this field. Luckily they fixed the rates for the workers. The workers were really expensive in the first release of this game. But they've fixed it so that they're a little bit more usable as far as how much they cost. And being that I don't have any money and I have a huge loan, trying to use workers as little as possible. So Open up. Fill up that last 12%. Good. And then close that. Turn around. Every what? That'd be one hell of a harvest. Every field has a worker working. Huh. Hire a worker. Give me 1 second. I need to step away from the computer. I'll be right back. Here we go. Bet you that harvester's full now. I'm gonna have to go back and empty it. But first we gotta drop this off. Thank you, thank you. Just family stuff, gotta deal with sometimes. Can't play video games all day. Now, did you play this map in FS 19 or 17, wherever it's from? Have you ever played this map before? This one's called Erlengrat. It's the Swiss Alps. Everyone calls it the Swiss map. One of the big things to do with this map is, as we were seeing last night, is Swiss chocolate. So you can see it's like a valley. Whoops. It's like a valley with like a little city in the middle of the valley. All the fields are off to this side, so there's a ton of grassland and like trees for doing tree stuff on the bottom half of the map. On the top quarter of the map, top right, there's more big grass fields, and you can sometimes get contracts on those fields, which is pretty cool. And then all the fields are in the middle. You've only played 15, 17, okay. I think this was introduced in 19, from what I understand. I just started playing FS22, like, around Thanksgiving. Honestly. I had a couple days off for Thanksgiving, and then my birthday, and I think I downloaded this one on my birthday. And I did a stream on my birthday for 2 or 3 different games. I played Lens Island, which was fun. And I played this one the first time. I think you were there the first time I streamed this game. But yeah, I'd never played any of these games before. And one of the reasons I got it was the first person I saw playing was doing a live stream of this map. And he was doing... Whoops. That was... Oh, kind of going around the rotary like a normal person. He was live streaming this map, and they were doing a grass cutting contract with him and one other person. And obviously with one of these big fields, like I think it was like the property just north of field 25. It was either that one or the property just north of like where you... No, it was the one just north of like... just north of where my home is. That's where they were doing it. And they basically had to mow that entire field for a contract. And it just looked really cool. I don't know, it kind of like... The reason I got it is honestly because, you know, when you're a kid... and, you know, you're seeing, like, the grass companies or whatever out there mowing the grass with their big tractors or big grass mowers, or you see the ones mowing along the highway. Like, you're, oh, that'd be so cool to drive that. And this game gives me the ability to do that, right? Like, I've never been in farmland. I'd never been in a farming area. I live in one now. Like, there's literally major, huge corn, grapes, fruit trees, all kind of stuff within a mile of my house. So I'm like right on the outskirts of a major farming area. But this game kind of gives me the ability to to play those kind of, to do those kind of things and cut in front of him. Haha. So getting back to doing a live stream on this map is kind of like the reason I got the game in the first place. It's pretty cool. The worker will actually use like the speed mod too. So the speed mod is not just for you, it's the worker uses it also. I think if I change the max speed, he actually goes faster. They're not as good as slowing down in the end, though. They always have this weird pattern when they back through the fields and stuff. I'm not playing right now, I'm just watching the worker. I'm gonna have to do another drop-off, I think, before this field is done. Alright. His backing up procedures are bothering me. That's interesting. When the worker's going, they don't get a speed wobble. But the... whatever mod this is causing a speed wobble. And high speeds when it's trying to keep in a straight line. That's interesting. I don't know if that's interesting good or interesting bad, though. You know, this might all fit. Whoops. Is there only one harvesting contract? Oh, there's another one. Oh, that's right, it's potatoes. I don't want to do potatoes. But look at all those fertilizing contracts. Like, you can just take the biggest fertilizer from all of these. Look, they all want you to use the same equipment, too. They're all the exact same equipment. But, so you take the one that's the cheapest. So, like, this one, 623. Ooh, this one's even better. Take this one, $4.94. Pay $4.94 and then use the same equipment for all of these fields. Or at least that's what I've been told is the right thing to do, and that's what I've been doing. So once you borrow equipment, you can use it for any existing similar contract as long as you don't return that contract while it's open. And I didn't know that when I first started playing. That's something I learned over time. See, that wasn't so bad. See, with the speed mod, it makes doing that kind of contract not terrible. Oh, it did. It emptied it out. I'm not going to bother returning it. And this is at 98%. Look at that. Perfect. Just fit. And we're in September. So let's look here. So September on the charts means that wheat and barley are going to be harvested soon. And that's it until next year. How's that guy harvesting potatoes? Well, there's also some other crops that are obviously ready for harvest that haven't been shown up yet. So I think getting the modded trailer is going to be... It's going to save us from all these back and forth trips. What? I run into those light poles more than I care to admit. The light poles are the worst. Contract finished, and I'll make a little bit extra. Look at all that extra sorghum I was able to sell. It was like half the trailer. Nice. An extra $5,000. And then I'm not going to bother returning it. I'm just going to return the contract. Completed. So I got $5,000 from product, and I also got $5,000 for the contract. And that's not bad. That's not really worth it. That's definitely not worth it. But all of these fertilizing contracts are... So 22, 18, 17... Oh, I just clicked the wrong button. Shit. Look. I could click borrow items for all of them. Oops. Where's the fertilizer? Oh, wait. Ugh. Oh gosh, it's 8 o'clock already. I'm gonna have to head out. I will do some fertilizing contracts off stream. I have to buy some fertilizer. Buy some fertilizer. Big bags. Solid fertilizer. Let's buy 2 for now. Yeah. Of course. Thank you very much for hanging out. I haven't been getting anyone else interested in the farming simulator streams, but it's been fun nonetheless. I like being able to play and kind of share how I play or how I learn to play with other people. I think it's a lot of fun. So either way, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna be try to stream this one like once or twice a week. I'm having a ton of fun playing farming sim. So, and then I want to get back to the No Man's Sky Permadeath series. I want to do that one probably on Thursdays. That's gonna be my. Yeah, let me know as soon as it comes on sale. I don't know if it's gonna come on sale soon. It's brand new, but definitely let me know, and we'll definitely play soon. But either way, thanks a lot for hanging out. I'm actually going to head out, and we'll catch you again next time. Thanks for being here. See ya.